Hey guys, it's the Metal Blade 5, Maximum Mega Man 6. Last time, we took down the warrior trio of Robot Masters, I like to call them. Tomahawk Man, Yamato Man, and Knight Man. And, well, of course, we only got 2 Robot Masters left, and we're starting off with one I kind of consider a bit of a warrior in a way, because funnily enough, the bottom row of Robot Masters are weak from left to right.
Centaur Man!
Centaur Man, again, as you guess, is the Greek Robot Master. Now, Centaur Man is a Robot Master that I feel is a little bit underrated in a way. I say that mainly because, following back to Screw Attack's top 10 worst Robot Masters list, Centaur Man was also on that. I think it was like number 6 or 7, something like that. Not as bad as Plant Man. But I remember pretty much the main reason why he was on the list was because of his stage. Is that his stage is just randomly the water stage for some reason. Now, granted, I would have figured it would have been cool if they had like a an ancient Greece sort of theme with it, like a Colosseum with gladiators and like lions and all that. But I think an interesting thing to note is that this is just sort of like more of a theory that I've heard, not so much fact, but it's also possible that the reason why Centaur Man's stage is the water stage is a reference to the Greek islands, and I actually quite like the idea of that. Of course, again, I feel like they could have given it like ancient Greece motifs in the background, but whatever. Also, another thing is that I actually quite like Centaur Man's design, honestly. Like, I can't exactly put on it why, it's just I kind of like how, well, for one, he's kind of different to what you usually see with Robot Masters, and that obviously he has a robotic horse body to match with the theme. I also think that if you, like, look at his official artwork, he actually looks quite cool, like, in my opinion, again. Not as cool as what I think Knight Man looks, but still pretty cool in my opinion. I'd honestly say that I think, at least when it just comes to design, that he might be my second favorite Robot Master in this game, and then I would say probably Yamato Man third, so the entire bottom row I just really like, mainly, again, just because of their designs. But again, his weapon isn't that bad either, and obviously we'll go over that later. But this stage also breaks physics, because the water is on the ceiling, and it goes up and down. You have to time your jumps just right in order to make over some of these more trickier jumps by using the water physics to your advantage. You got these guys as well, and they also take advantage. Thank you very much for that! Okay, this part's tricky. I think I might have jumped too early. Okay, no. I'm just safe! Okay. Damn, past this part, and the water just magically disappears. Alright, some health here. And then these guys that we saw back in Flame Man's stage. And, again, I want to talk about them. Destroy them with one charge shot. Assuming you can hit them, that is. There! Now, moving on. But there was one thing I wanted to mention about Knight Man that kind of just slipped my mind a bit. I only just realized it when in the middle of talking about him when fighting him with his weakness. But I can still sort of fit it in with Centaur Man because it actually kind of relates a little bit to what I want to talk about. So talking about Knight Man being the British Robot Master, by the way, you got these clouds that turn into submarines for some reason. I don't know why. But, oh, great. I don't even know where that hit him. Oh my god. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, never mind. I can't think of any way to get past him, so I'm just gonna deal with it. If you... Oh my god! Please leave me alone! But, when talking about Knight Man being the British Robot Master, it kind of got me remembering something that kind of... Did it happen last year or something? I remember they did, like, this poll thing. I think in, like, Canada. Yeah, it was in Canada, but, like, I'm pretty sure it was a poll. Well, people basically just voted which Pokemon was the most Canadian, and of course B-Barrel won, because it's the frickin' beaver. And then I remember Game Explained did like a video like the top 10 most American Pokemon, to kind of do that with America. And it obviously got me kind of thinking, I wonder which Pokemon would be kind of like the most sort of British one. And initially I thought Aegislash, but then like part of its name and part of its origin comes from Greek mythology, like to do with Zeus, so of course it wouldn't really fit. So then I ultimately thought, hey, actually I have an answer. Excavalier. Because, again, going into bits of Knight Man, he's based on a knight. His design has elements of Thank you! His design has elements of jousting in it, which is obviously a medieval British sport. Well, more English before the UK was... You get what I mean, though. Before Britain and the UK were formed. And then he's, his name's partially comes from Excalibur, which is King Arthur's sword, and that relates to English mythology and all that. And kind of Cavalier, which is a knight on a horse. Again, going with Fire Emblem and all that. This is the pathway you have to go to get the beat part for Centaur Man. Just saying that right now. Anyway, taking on Centaur Man himself, and Centaur Man has some weird abilities here. Of course, he moves around. He's quite a big target. He fires the shot, and then it splits off into like a spread shot. He just disappears and appears on top of you. And then he can stop time. When have you ever seen a centaur do any of this shit? And I'm gonna die, right? Okay, nope. I can actually keep this going a bit here. Okay, away from me. I thought he was gonna disappear there. I actually did quite decently there. I did not know it made a sound effect. But okay. I'm pretty sure the reason why Night Crush is his weakness is because knights aren't that far off from gladiators, and I would expect gladiators to kind of fight centaurs in, like, coliseums and shit. Okay, he's gonna do his vanishing shit first. Oh, come on! You gotta stop time straight away? Oh my god. Go. Then... I could get through these things perfectly fine before, but... Oh, come on, dude! You asshole! There, okay. Actually, when I accidentally bumped into the database for 5, I checked 6s as well, out of curiosity, and it recommends that you fight Centaur Man at the center, and I can kind of see why. You can better react to his shots that way. Not so much when he appears next to you and starts running around, though. You get Centaur Flash and Beat T parts. Centaur Flash is the screen nuke of this game. I believe it's just the screen nuke. I'm pretty sure it's not stopping time because the only time I use this weapon is against the Robot Master that's weak to it, honestly. Even though it's a screen nuke, I don't really find that many situations where I kind of need to use it again because 6 is so easy. And of course, by process of elimination... Windman. And for Windman, his nationality is Chinese because we got pandas. Yay! Oddly enough, though, Windman, even though he's so much Chinese related, although this might not have been around his origin design, I almost said China Man, which would have been really freaking wrong. But Windman is the other Robot Master in this game that was created by a Western fan. He was created by an American fan named Michael Leda. I don't have as much information on Michael, though, as much as I do for Daniel Valley, though, so it kind of ends there. I don't know why the Chinese Robot Master is weak to the Greek one. Is there, again, something from history I'm just not aware of? But this stage is completely broken by the Rush Jet adapter. It makes the stage so easy. The stage actually isn't that hard anyway, and Windman himself is actually pretty easy, so... But if in case you're wondering why I didn't go after him first, when I could have done that instead of Flame Man, it's mainly because, well, you get a little extra stuff in the stage if you have the jet adapter, and I can only get that from Plant Man. If I can get through this... Thank you! Time it when I'm at the top here, then fuck it up, but whatever. Just get through. Oh, come on! Okay. Killed the thing with the blizzard attack and the weapon energy dropped through the propellers. And it can also kill those things. Good to know. Okay, can I get through this perfectly fine? I had no control over how high that was gonna push me, which is stupid. Anyway, here's another gimmick of the stage. Got these platforms. They will flip over shortly after you jump on them. Just make note of that, but of course... Rush Jet just completely breaks that because you don't really even need to worry about the platform switching up. I do need to worry about going back, though. There! Getting up here, get a little extra health, and an energy tank, which you can't even get without switching because you can't slide in the jet adapter or whatever. So then switching back, and then we can just cheat this whole section, and once again, continue onwards! Let's see, I don't have enough weapon energy, though, to use that. I wonder if Yamato's Spear can go for these guys. I mean, I could just... No, wait, it doesn't work that way, though. Okay, no, it does not work that way. Wonder if Nightcrawler... Probably doesn't, but... It doesn't even go towards them! Great! So now, I'll just try doing this, and then just find some other way to get around them. That was weird, I did not get the little item jingle. I could just slide. Why am I so stupid? Alright, more pandas! Hooray! God damn it. Shit! Ooh. Die, 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 die! Thank you. Pretty sure we're close to the end now. Motherfucker! They always put these guys in the worst spots! And more... These assholes! Just move on. They really want to drive home this is the Chinese stage by putting all the pandas in there. I mean, it would be nice if you could put some Chinese food in there, because I love Chinese food, but... Oh, come on! He respawns right there! Oh, God. This is actually an awkward spot to fight the thing in. Okay. I kind of want to use rush... Shit! But it's a bad idea in this place. Hey, a boss door! That's some... That is a dickish place to put some weapon energy. Because you're gonna end up taking it anyway. Alright, oh, of course! The energy equalizer also works with the adapters. I wasn't that sure because they have their own sort of weapon energy bars, even though they work differently. But, I know I'm gonna sound cocky here, but I think I'm in a good enough spot to use Centaur Flash. I might want to try and test it out, or just do some research. Because again, I'm pretty sure it just does damage. It's just the flash thing and how he stops time that makes me kind of think, maybe it's a time stopper as well. Okay, no, it's kind of like a time stopper in like its animation. He mainly tries to suck you in and shoot those little fans out of the side of him, and then he moves around like this, but it's very easy to avoid him like that anyway. And die. You get Windstorm! This shoots a small tornado that travels along the ground. I think it's decently strong, it's just quite hard to hit things with it, and it kind of moves slowly, so I don't really use this thing unless against a boss that's weak to it. Speaking of which, as you guess, it is Flame Man's weakness. Alright then, all of them gone out, and you can see like this weird sort of divide between the Roa Masters, where the ones just have lives when you complete the stage, the other just has the beat parts. Anyway, now we move on to Mr. X himself. Either he really likes the X Factor, or he just watched the episode of The Simpsons where Homer pretends to be a mysterious writer about gossip and he gets kidnapped on this island. Won't make any sense unless you've seen it, but whatever. Start off the Mr. X stages. I love the music in this stage. So as I'm gonna have, I don't know if Beat can actually kill these things, but as I'm gonna have Beat kill shit here, we can just see it in action. It doesn't look like he can. Now we get to the tricky part of this stage. Got these platforms from Windman's stage. And you got this, like, wall you can destroy. This is a split pathway. If you go the upper pathway, you sort of, like, go this more roundabout way. You gotta fight, like, I believe it's more skull enemies on the roof. That's it. But there's a lot of good stuff if you can manage to get through this. It's just very tricky to do so. There! Managed to destroy and accidentally hit rewind. Didn't mean to do that. It stays destroyed even when you fall back down. So then in that case, you can just use the jet adapter to get through there, which is much easier. And that is exactly what I shall do now. This pathway is much easier than the one going around, partially because it's just shorter. Oh. You know what? Oh, but I want to use... I kind of want to... I can't even go back anyway, never mind then. I wanted to try and test Centaur Flash there and just see if my theory was right, but I couldn't. And then there's all this stuff that I can destroy. Maybe if there's an enemy on screen... Again, I have to skip all this. Maybe there's another enemy... Yes, alright. Now let's try Centaur Flash. Gonna have to use a little bit of weapon energy on this, but... Okay, yes. It's a semi-time stop for in terms of animation, but it's a screen nuke. There. I've always kind of questioned that stuff, and oh, thank God. They give you lots of weapon energy through here, but that's not the best thing about this pathway. Let's see, there is nothing in there. Oh, that would've been cool if I managed to punch a freaking grasshopper, but okay, guess I can use Windstorm here. There's actually... Or not. Oh! Oh, it carries them upwards! I didn't actually know that because I barely use this freaking weapon. Okay! I'm not trying to make it sound like a bad weapon. I mean, that lifting up thing, it's almost like an instant kill thing, which is actually pretty helpful. It's just, again, it's a bit tricky to really use to its full extent. Just because of that way it works. And because I only really use it on bosses, I didn't really know it did that. Can we get to the end, please? This is the important bit. This one block here. Anybody that might be keeping track of how many lives and energy tanks this game gives you? You get 4 fucking lives for going through here! I lost so many lives throughout this whole game, ironically, and now I'm up to 7. And it takes you right to the boss door. This boss kind of has 2 weaknesses. You can use the power adapter on it, and it actually knocks it around the place. But its main weakness is the Flame Blast. This boss is actually a little bit tricky as well, though. It's nothing! Or rather, it's these weird things. I believe these things are called, like, wall crawlers or something. They're somewhat invincible from the side. Sometimes you can hit them with their weakness. Other times, it's does nothing. I don't know why. And then they also like to just randomly switch which direction they're going in whenever they feel like it. Again, don't know why. They just do. I do not want to die to this thing either. I'm gonna... You know what? I have 9 energy tanks. I'm not even fussed because I know the fortress stages still give you energy tanks anyway. Plenty of them as well. Alright, it's just gonna wait for it to move. There, again, just randomly changes whatever direction it's going in. And then... Go! Jesus Christ. These things are quite annoying to fight. Slide through because I know he's gonna drop a bomb there. And then... Just die! Thank you! And then once again, I'm gonna pause just so Mega Man teleports out, so that I can use the fortress map thing for the intro. And it transitions really freaking fast in this game. So next time on Mega Man 6, we're gonna be hopefully taking down Mr. X. So take care, I'll see you guys next time.